Well, I don't want any of you to think that I've gone and abandoned my Gelgoog in favor of my Gundam here. I certainly haven't, and I have no intention of doing. In fact, I've just spent the last hour or two, painting up the frame. So the frame is essentially done. Now all I've got to get onto is the armor, which will probably take quite a bit longer than the frame did, because there's more of it. There's more colors. I got to shade. I got to prime. I got to do this. I got to do that. But anyway, so anyway, like I said, I've got the frame all painted up. So why don't we take a look at that? So there it is. After stripping off all the armor to prepare it for painting, I basically completely disassembled it, and that actually took me quite a while. And I kind of wish I'd taken video of it because it was pretty neat to see how all the different bits and pieces of the frame all go together. Once it was all disassembled, I painstakingly, part by part, and there's about, I figure probably about 100 or so individual parts to the frame. I primed up every one using Tamiya fine grain surface primer. And then after that had been let to dry for almost 2 days, I dug out my airbrush and grabbed a bottle of Tamiya XF56. I don't know if you can read that, metallic gray, which is my personal favorite color for painting mobile suit frames. It's a very subdued shade of gray. See if I can get the focus a little bit sharper there. There we go. It's a very subdued gray. It's a very nice metallic kind of color, but it's also very flat, and I just like the way it looks. So yeah, after that was painted and all done up, I let it dry for a couple of hours. It dries to the touch within about 2 hours, and then I just went and put it together for the sake of this video. Over here, you can see my desk is very messy, but this is kind of how I have my my setup for painting multiple small parts. I have a bunch of these little gator clips just on a little rod, which is actually a piece of styrene runner, and this is a 2x6 that I've just drilled a series of holes into. I like it. I like doing it this way. And you can see here some of the smaller parts are smaller vent parts and whatnot. Stuff that attaches to the armor is still on here. But I like using these wood bases. I actually have 2 of them, but the other one I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, because I like having these because they can hold onto the part very stably, and since there's usually a lot of them, many of them, you have to paint on both sides. If you have a little clip, you can just grab it from some inconspicuous little location and paint the entire thing, and never have to worry about it after that. You don't have to worry about it touching the ground or the table or anything and getting and marring the finish. Here you can see this is the back plate for the shield. I actually goofed on this. I actually screwed up a little bit. I forgot to paint. See, there's these 2 little vents right here. I don't know if you can make that out, but I think there you go. That you can see through the front armor plate of the shield, and I forgot to paint them. So it's no big deal. They're just small. I'll paint them by hand. No one will ever know. Well, except for you, because now I just told you about it. This here is the carry handle for the shield. It also has an articulated mounting bracket. This peg here between my fingers plugs into the backpack, and it hinges in numerous ways and flexes and rotates, and it's kind of interesting. But I don't know. I think they over-engineered the whole thing a little bit. So basically, this part just plugs into the backpack, or into the back of the Gelgoog, and when it wants to grab the shield, it can just sort of reach back, grab the handle, and the frame will unlatch, and this little peg will actually stay latched into the back. These are two of the little thrusters that mount to the feet. Getting in there as close as I can while keeping focus. You can see there's quite a lot of detail molded into there. And I'll probably do a little bit of dry brushing to bring out that detail a bit. The Gelgoog itself has quite a few thrusters. Hope nobody's too bashful about a little upskirt shot. See, there's 5 under the rear skirt armor, plus 3 more under the flared leg armor under each leg. So there's 2 in each foot. So that's 5 per leg plus the 5 under the skirt. So that's a total of 15 large thrusters, drive motors on this thing. So it's quite a mobile, quite a speedy and agile mobile suit. Not to mention those on the forearms are actually I think they call them assist thrusters for mobility. They're quite large as well, so they really help to keep the Gelgoog pretty mobile and pretty active. So now that the frame is painted, I'm gonna give it a spray of gloss clear to try to seal down the paint a little bit. That's the thing about the frames, is since they're so articulated, parts can, they scrape up against each other, and the paint has a tendency to scrape off sometimes. So a shot of gloss clear, probably just from a bottle of Future floor polish, should seal it up, and then after that I'll hit it with a coat of flat to bring the gloss down. And apart from that, yeah, basically the frame is done. Next up, I'll be moving on to the armor parts, which, as you can see, there's quite a lot of them. So I'll be doing them piecemeal, one color at a time. Probably starting with the arms and legs, the light gray portions, and then doing the torso parts, and then whatever's left, the gun and the shield, etc. So it'll probably be about a week, maybe give or take. So stay tuned.